You spend hours studying. You close the book feeling productive, and by tomorrow, most of it is gone. It feels like your brain hit the delete button overnight. But here's the uncomfortable truth. It's not laziness, it's not low intelligence, and it's definitely not because you're bad at studying. It's because memory doesn't work the way you were taught it does. Now, here's the contrast. In Japan, students memorize over 2,000 kanji characters before graduating high school, not just recognizing them, but writing them, pronouncing them, and using them correctly in multiple contexts. Thousands of complex symbols, stored for years, sometimes for life. So the question isn't, can the human brain remember that much? Clearly, it can. The real question is, why does your memory fade while theirs sticks? And the answer isn't effort, it's rhythm. The brain doesn't learn by force, it learns by timing. Most students believe learning starts when they sit down at their desk. In Japan, learning starts long before the book opens. Because the brain isn't a machine you can switch on, it's more like soil. If you plant seeds into dry, unfed ground, nothing grows. But if you warm the soil, water it, and give it light, learning takes root naturally. Japanese students don't fight the brain, they prepare it. Morning, preparing the brain, not forcing it. Before studying, many Japanese students expose themselves to natural light. A short walk to school, standing near a window, stretching. This isn't discipline, it's biology. Sunlight signals the brain to wake up, resetting the circadian rhythm and boosting cortisol at the correct time of day. That means sharper attention and stronger memory formation. Some add light movement, not intense exercise, just enough to get blood flowing. Studies show even 10 minutes of gentle movement can improve memory recall by up to 20%. Then comes the most important part. They don't start with new material. They recall yesterday's lesson. Not rereading, not highlighting, but actively pulling information from memory. This is called retrieval practice, and it's one of the strongest memory builders known in psychology. Western students focus on input. Japanese students prioritize output. By recalling first, the brain strengthens existing neural pathways before adding new ones. Ritual creates meaning. Meaning creates memory. Japanese culture values small, quiet rituals, arranging the desk, pouring tea slowly, taking a breath before beginning. These moments may seem insignificant, but they send a powerful message to the brain. This matters. And the brain only stores what feels important. Memory isn't about repetition alone, it's about significance. That's why their mornings aren't rushed, they're aligned. Afternoon, studying with the brain, not against it. Here's where most students go wrong. They treat the afternoon like a marathon. Long hours, caffeine, panic. Japanese students do the opposite. They work in focused blocks, typically around 40 minutes of concentration followed by 10 minutes of rest. This mirrors the brain's natural attention cycle. When focus dips, they don't push harder, they pause. A short walk, stretching, looking outside. This feels unproductive, but it's not. During breaks, the hippocampus continues processing information in the background. Your brain is still working, just more efficiently. Why they don't forget what they study. Instead of rereading endlessly, Japanese students use spaced repetition. Day 1, learn. Day 2, recall. Day 4, recall again. Day 7, recall again. Each recall strengthens the memory, carving it deeper. This actually saves time, because rereading feels productive but teaches the brain nothing new. Recognition is not learning. Struggle is. Energy is biological, not motivational. Japanese students also pay attention to what they eat. Lighter meals, rice, vegetables, fish. Not because of discipline, but because blood sugar crashes destroy focus. A stable body creates a stable mind. They also take micropauses throughout the day, a deep breath, adjusting posture, moments of silence. Western students push through fatigue. Japanese students reset before breaking. Night, where memory is decided. Most students think studying ends when the book closes. In reality, memory is decided at night. Japanese students often do a brief review before sleep, just 10 minutes. Why so short? Because reviewing before sleep tells the brain this information matters. During deep sleep, the brain replays recent memories, transferring them from short-term storage into long-term memory. Sleep isn't rest from learning. Sleep is learning. That's why sleep hygiene matters. Dim lights, screens off early, calm routines. Every late-night scroll steals from the memory you worked all day to build. Kaizen, small progress every day. Japanese culture follows Kaizen, continuous improvement through small steps. Before bed, students might recall one flashcard, write one sentence, practice one kanji. Not volume, consistency. There's also a concept called ma, the space between. A few minutes of quiet before sleep. No noise, no rushing. This silence allows the brain to shift from stimulation into restoration. And when the body rests, the mind remembers. The real secret isn't intelligence, it's rhythm. Western study habits swing between extremes. Late-night cramming, burned-out mornings, foggy afternoons, more panic. Japanese students learned a different truth. It's not the intensity of one session that creates mastery, it's the rhythm of daily repetition. Morning prepares, afternoon reinforces, evening seals, night restores. And when rhythm replaces force, knowledge sticks. The invitation. The Japanese students you admire aren't superhuman. They don't have special brains or secret IQ levels. They have alignment. You don't need more hours, you need better timing. Tomorrow, try one small change. 2 minutes of movement in the morning. One recall session instead of rereading. Turning off your screen 30 minutes earlier. Do it once. Feel the difference. Let rhythm do the rest. Because the future doesn't belong to those who study harder. It belongs to those who study smarter. And that can be you, starting tonight.